Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now October 5th of 2020, and ever since the very end of the Skywalker saga, a lot of fans around the world have been very excited about the future of the Star Wars franchise by Bob Iger, Bob Chapek, and just Disney and Lucasfilm in general, and what they have to offer for this new Star Wars universe. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, one exciting aspect of Star Wars is that we do know that George Lucas, Jon Favreau, and Dave Filoni are all working together as a team to really deliver as much authentic Star Wars material as possible. That's essentially what they want to do, is that they really want to borrow a lot of elements from Star Wars Legends that we have seen before in the past over to the Disney Star Wars canon, which, like I've said before in the past, is going to be a very big risk depending on how it's all going to be executed, written, etc., whether it be for Disney Plus or for theatrical releases like the new Star Wars trilogy and other spin-off films out there. Now, one thing is for certain is that a lot of fans out there have been very curious about what's going on with the Skywalkers. Now, yes, we do know that obviously the Skywalker saga is over as far as the movies go. That was a big part of the marketing of Episode 9, the end of the Skywalker saga, ending off with both Ben Solo and Rey, right? So we've seen that already, we've all witnessed this, and obviously the movie had a lot of controversies in there based on everything rating from Palpatine's return to Rey calling herself a Skywalker, all these different things. But now George, John, and Dave are really trying to make things right for the Star Wars fans to really give the fans a lot of hope about the future of the franchise and where things could actually go. And one exciting aspect of this is, of course, yes, continuing the Skywalker saga on Disney Plus in multiple different formats and different projects, you name it. Now, what's really exciting is that now that both Disney and Lucasfilm are finished with the Rise of Skywalker, they are currently focused on their new Star Wars universe as well as their new Star Wars trilogy of films that are all set to deliver a brand new mythology to Star Wars fans around the world. Now, it's explained that as of right now, both Bob Iger and Bob Chapek are finding exciting ways to continue the Skywalker saga on Disney Plus for multiple projects that are currently in the works. It's explained that, of course, Bob Iger and Bob Chapek are working very closely right now with actor Garrett Hedlund, and how he has been in the talks with creators like George Lucas, Jon Favreau, and Dave Filoni in order to make his way into the Star Wars universe. Given that Garrett has already worked with Disney before, such as the film Tron Legacy, Bob Chapek is very pleased to have Garrett in the talks to portray a brand new Skywalker in live-action form that will be considered a descendant of the Skywalker bloodline in the new Star Wars universe. Now, of course, the plan by Bob Chapek is to give the Star Wars fans the opportunity to witness a brand new Skywalker that will be modeled after Cade Skywalker from Star Wars Legends. However, the character will hold a brand new name. The initial name of this new Skywalker was recently dubbed as Leo Skywalker, as we talked a couple of months ago. However, George Lucas is said to be in the process of changing that particular name for this new Skywalker in this new universe. Now, let's stop right here for a second, because this is very important, and a very important thing that a lot of fans need to know is that we got George, John, and Dave really diving into the Star Wars Legends material to really revive a lot of that in different ways into the Disney canon. Now, obviously, this is going to be a very rough process. It's going to take a lot of time and effort to really get things right, obviously, right? When you think about it like this, it does all make sense. You have Garrett, who has been affiliated with Disney before in the past. I believe it was back in 2010 when Tron Legacy released. I believe it was right around there. The film did okay. It didn't do spectacular, but it did okay. It didn't do really all that great at the box office, but generally speaking, it was a pretty entertaining movie, at least in my book, and I think that Garrett obviously has a lot of talent in there. He's a very, I guess you could say, underrated actor. I think that he deserves a lot more work, and of course with Disney Star Wars, that could absolutely give him the opportunity here to work more within Hollywood and the overall film industry. So, Garrett Hedlund, obviously, when you look at him, he kind of looks like Cade Skywalker a little bit here and there. He's got those facial features of a possible grown-up version of Jake Lloyd, if you will. You can see that he's kind of got that overall Skywalker look. You know, you can see he's got little aspects of Hayden Christensen and Mark Hamill in there a little bit. It's very minor, but you can see as to why Disney would hold an interest in casting him as a new Skywalker in this new Star Wars universe. So, moving on beyond all of this, at no surprise, Kathleen Kennedy is described to actually be against this idea for Garrett Hedlund to step into the new Star Wars universe. It's explained that this new Skywalker is set to make his way into a brand new era, of course, that will take place many years after the events of Episode 9, that will introduce a brand new foe into the franchise. Dave Filoni is said to have creative control over the decision of this new Skywalker and this character in particular, and exactly how close he will be modeled from Cade Skywalker from Star Wars Legends. Now, further, it's described that this major introduction of a new Skywalker is going to be groundbreaking to the Star Wars universe and will define the Disney Plus platform in the next couple of years as a way to continue the Skywalkers and keep them relevant as possible. So once again, that is Disney's plan. They really want to make the Skywalkers as important as they can to really keep the franchise as fresh and as attractive as possible. Again, they're really trying to recapture the fans that left the franchise back in 2019 when Episode 9 released. At no surprise here, we have Bob Chapek really trying to create his own legacy. He's really trying to really gain the trust of the fans that really have been upset with the way Disney Star Wars has been going. Given that Kathleen Kennedy has little to no creative power, thankfully of course, this really is going to be a very interesting process to see exactly what it's going to look like. However, it is still a ways off, and we're going to get into that in just a second, alright? So, Garrett Hedlund, alright, of all people, alright, who has been affiliated with Disney, is actually said to have been very satisfied with the plans to join Disney again and to step into the Star Wars universe for the very first time. Jon Favreau, however, will actually have some form of creative control over the backstory of this new Skywalker in the Star Wars universe, where Garrett Hedlund is said to make his debut as the new Skywalker sometime in 2024, as of right now. This plan is said to have originated from George Lucas in an attempt to keep the Skywalker bloodline to be very important in the new Star Wars universe, where Garrett Hedlund is said to already been in the hiring process for quite some time now of getting the role of the new Skywalker that is going to get a new name in the near future in order for Lucas to continue the saga on Disney Plus. So once again, guys, like I say, I think that this is going to be a very interesting transition into this new universe and what it really has to offer. Now, what's really exciting is that many fans may see this addition of a new Skywalker as a big risk, given that he will be considered the son of Rey in a very surprising way to Star Wars fans around the world. The new Skywalker will also be equipped with a new set of brand new powers that will be taken directly from Star Wars Legends and more. So, here's the thing, at no surprise really, when you think about it this way, what they're really trying to do is that they're really trying to essentially save some of the Star Wars Legends content that Kathleen Kennedy was really trying to destroy. I mean, she herself even admitted that there is no source material, you know, there's nothing to look back on, there's nothing to really model the current version of Star Wars off of. Meanwhile, there's living proof of that, and Cade is a prime example. And here we have Disney in the talks with Garrett Hedlund to portray a new Skywalker that will be modeled after Cade Skywalker in this new Star Wars universe. So, like I've said before in the past, I think that they really are on a roll here when it comes to Star Wars. I think that given that we have a lot of projects in the works, a large roadmap, if you will, that's going to span more than 10 years worth of Star Wars projects, it just goes to show you exactly how ambitious they really are with Star Wars and how they're really on a mission to really make things right with the Star Wars fans. You know, you got The Mandalorian Season 2, which is going to introduce, you know, characters like Ahsoka Tano in live action, Captain Rex, all these different characters that a lot of fans know and love that are really going to be expanded upon. So, you know, like I've said before in the past, I think that when you look at it in this sense, obviously a lot of fans have a lot of interest in the expansion of popular characters. So, Yeah, guys, let me know what you think about all this below in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.